For today's cup of coffee, we're going to suggest some movies that are so bad they're good.
Yeah.
Because going to be a long weekend and everybody needs some viewing. Some of these you may have heard of before and some you may not have. And so I've got a couple of, I've got IMDb website.
IMDb.
Yeah.
I
And
love that.
they actually have some interesting things. Somebody had made a list.
IMDb you can get some good information and stuff there.
You can, but somebody had made a list of like 1,000 cult B movies. No, we're not going to be doing that.
You could just take 5 out of that.
Right. Well, that's basically what we're doing. The one that I'm using, and I may not put, I'll probably put a reference. I don't know. I usually do. And this is just B horror movies.
Halloween is not a B movie.
That's what I thought. And we're just going to run through here, and we're not going to go through the entire list.
Yeah, I spoiled the first part of the list because I'm not going to include that. That's not a B movie.
I don't think it is either. And they had quite a few of them on here.
Except for well, I was going to say Freddy vs. Jason. Now that's a B movie.
Well, some of those within that franchise were just weird. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I can see that is but it is a cult classic, and it's hilarious. Got a lot of endearing. I hate clowns, hate them, but I like this movie.
I love clowns. I love clowns.
Because they actually did the thing.
That may be my Halloween costume. That may be
Killer Clown.
Clown.
Oh God, it figures.
I'll shave my eyebrows off and I can draw them on perfectly fine.
You're going to do that, and then you're going to regret it. Just like the many things that I've been going. You really need to think about that, and then that Aries kicks in. I'm going to do it anyhow, and then it's like I regret my decision.
They got eyebrows, temporary tattoos. I can just get some of those and just stick them on my face.
Okay. Anyhow.
I have one cocked up.
This is not one of my guilty pleasure movies. It's Piranha 3D. And oh God, there was a period of time when they were trying to do all this 3D stuff. And some of it was okay. Some of it was not. Be like the
next big thing like this. It was a certain type of 3D.
Right. They tried it back in, I think it was the 50s. And I don't know. I've got this visual thing that a lot of times the 3D doesn't work on me.
I can't see without my glasses.
Just put them over top of them.
I need contacts for that shit.
But this movie, I was telling Kid, when it came out, I was with an adult because I was still Kid. Piranha. And it is...
Not Piranha 3D.
No, I think it was in 3D. I think I did see it in 3D. That was why I was in the theater. And within the first 5-10 minutes, somebody was laying on the beach, and the piranha had gnawed off a very pertinent appendage.
In the original, or
this one? This was it. Oh, actually, this was the one back in the 80s or something. The one that they got on here is 2010. So no,
that 2010. That one was the one that the dude's dick got bit off.
No, it happened in the original too.
Oh,
because it was one of those. Whoever it was that was the adult, I didn't look at the adult. They didn't look at me. We didn't talk about it. It was just one of those. Is like, oh God, because I had picked the movie. And I'm like, I have made a terrible mistake.
Mom, I picked many movies that Dad and I have went to go see together when we were still going to see movies. Which him and I need to do that again sometime.
Yes, you do.
I took him to see Norbit. Have you ever watched Norbit?
It seems like that wasn't it? Was the really skitty?
The weight limit is 200 pounds. I ain't no 200 pounds. I am 165.
And she was like 500 or 600. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, big black woman.
Okay.
And it wasn't even a woman. It was like, you know how like Tyler Perry does Medea?
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Those can be hilarious. Medea movies.
Those are B movies.
Those are guilty pleasures,
love
though. They are great.
Medea.
But Piranha, that's one of those once in a lifetime wasn't it?
We are not going to talk about that one.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't even know that one. I don't even know.
We are not going to talk about Cannibal Holocaust.
Let's talk about Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is a classic.
Is that a B movie?
It was. But it was just one of those that it was so endearing that it became a cultural thing.
Yeah. It's like a staple piece now.
1975. Can you believe that is that old?
He hated doing that role.
Tim Curry has been brilliant in anything and everything that he has ever been in.
But he hated that role.
But the thing is, nobody else could have played Frankenfurter the way that he has. There have been other ones that have tried.
Laverne Cox, I think, was the one who
failed.
tried to play Frankenfurter in the remake.
And
it was bad.
The
whole remake was bad.
I think you let me hear one song and I was about to scream.
Ivy LaVaughn did it. I mean, she's a good singer, but she just did not do it.
No, don't mess with perfection. And you were talking about this Cannibal Holocaust. I have not seen that.
Don't talk about it. We're not talking about it. That is a...
Is it just gross?
Fucked up movie. No.
Okay. Evil Dead. Everybody loves Evil Dead. I mean,
these are not B movies.
Yes, they are, but they're cult movies, not occult movies, cult movies. And Bruce Campbell,
cult classics,
just absolutely.
So not B movies, cult classics.
Well, they were B movies. They were, but they were so good that it's just there's a group of us that it's like this is just a phenomenal movie. And
the first Evil Dead was perfect.
I mean, it's like Sam Raimi does amazing movies as far as that, combining comedy with horror. Mm-hmm. And there were so many parts in that were just hilarious. Bruce Campbell, love him. How could you not? So that one, if it's been a while since you've watched it, watch it again.
I loved Army of Darkness.
Yeah. Army of Darkness is great. That one's great. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That is not one of my favorites. It's just like, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's just a classic. That's not a cult classic. It's just a classic in general.
Well,
that's a damn good movie.
It made me. It was anxiety. It was stressful.
Yeah, it was the point. There was nothing like it at the time. Planet Terror. Oh,
was that the one where the chick has the machine gun
leg? I customized one of my Barbies when I was little to look like Cherry. That was her name, or at least the name that she went by.
Watch that. I will have to watch that.
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh God, I'm not a fan of Tarantino. I really am not. Now
I love that movie. I had a little figure of the blonde-headed chick. I don't remember her name, but she had these needles. That was her weapon.
Okay.
Because she was a doctor.
Like I said, Tarantino is a little over the top on some of it. One of my favorites was
Grindhouse films.
Blair Witch Project, the original, the 1999 one.
Yeah,
loved it. It wasn't that long ago since I watched
VHS tapes of it.
Yes, because it is a classic.
Because I bought one from eBay, not knowing that there was one in the basement.
Children of the Corn. That's another one. That is just a classic. It is so screwed up that it just, yes.
I mean, it's a damn good movie.
It is a really good movie. And it just, yeah.
He was a midget. I would have punted that motherfucker like a football, just like Chucky.
He wasn't a midget. He was a kid. He was an evil kid.
Like I said, he was a kid, but he was short. He was a short kid. And you could have just punted that kid.
The redheaded kid that was he was the one who carried out the orders. God, he was just...
That's what I'm talking about. You could have punted him like a football.
Wasn't one of them Malachi? Wasn't that the name of... but that one's good. I don't know about Your Next. I don't know about The Burning. Sleepaway Camp, back in the day, it was not enough. I know I watched it, but it didn't make that much of an impression.
What's in there? Leeches for a leech like you.
The Blob. I've seen the remake, but I really like the black and white original better.
The remake was the one I watched first, and so I'm partial to the remake.
Are you?
Yeah.
It was just a whole lot more graphic.
Oh, yeah.
The first one was not. The first one was not. Last House on the Left.
Never watched it.
Heard of it, but I don't. Slither. That one freaked me out.
I'm really hungry, Phil. There's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
These fuckers are tearing me apart.
Yeah.
Her blown up like a balloon.
It is gross.
Would you hand me some of that possum over there? Just a little bit. It's a fucked up movie.
Yeah, I Spit on Your Grave. I remember
Never
that
watched
one, but I mean, I know I watched it, but I didn't. I don't remember it. Black Christmas. I don't do those. I don't, because it's
I haven't
like
seen that one.
I don't do that.
What
One.
year did that one come out?
74.
Have I seen that one?
I don't know. You've got.
I watched. Have I watched The Fog too? I don't know if I have watched The Fog.
I like as far as the 1980 on one of the other ones they were talking about that when I was researching this stuff. They said that the remake was bad and not in a happy way. The Fog, it was.
Most remakes are.
John Carpenter is an excellent director.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what it is with these people anymore that they have to screw up everything that was good. Do you know that they are doing a remake of Hellraiser? And Pinhead is a female?
There was already a female Pinhead, though.
No, I mean, there were other ones. Were they Cenobites? Was that what it was?
He was a Cenobite, too.
Yes, but they had other characters that were female. Why did they have to do that?
I'm fine with that, because, like...
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
For a Pinhead to sit there in that, we will rip your soul apart, that needed that male voice. Like I said, that...
I don't know, Jennifer's Body. I will...
Wait,
what was it? What did she say? I will eat your soul, and I will shit it out.
Well, see, that's a different thing. That was a totally different...
But she did a damn good job in that role, though, in Jennifer's Body.
But it was, for...
Bratz remade a clip from that movie. It was the scene where she was burning her tongue with the lighter.
Well,
and she's like... And her friend called her, and she's like, back, or something. And then she's like, I am a god. Okay, I gotta meet Chip in McCollum Park.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I don't know whether I ever watched that one or not.
Is that the one where he was a transvestite?
Yeah.
Or no, I think that's 3.
If Toby Hawkins
actually, wait, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I think that was the one where it started going off the rails. And it started being like this Illuminati bullshit type thing, and the dude ripped his shirt open, and he had multiple nipples like a pig, and they were all pierced or something.
It seems like I do remember that one, and it's like I didn't want to watch it again. That's why. And
my favorite one though is the third one, where like that one's Deo Machinas. Is that what?
I don't know.
It's where like a completely random thing comes in to save the day, and it was just a plane.
I have no idea because some of the franchises after the first movie I was done. Friday the 13th Part 2. I don't know that I remember that one. I mean, they've made like 12 of them at this point, haven't they? Most of them bad.
Are they still making them?
Probably.
Jason X. That one was a fucked up one because one of the main characters was a robot. Yeah, like a legitimate robot, and Jason was a cyborg, and Jason like, when he first woke up, the first kill, he dunked her head in this vat of cryo-freeze or whatever, bashed her head right on the thing, and it shattered like glass.
Well, that's an interesting
concept. Her head shattered
concept.
like glass.
That's an interesting concept, it actually is.
Yeah.
Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
Never
heard of it. Dark Skies. Seems like at some point I may have watched that one. See, this is also weekend things for me. House of the Devil.
Never watched it.
No. Lake Placid. I
Never
think I
watched
had
it.
watched that at some point, but it's supposed to be about a giant crocodile. I don't.
Who the fuck wants to watch a crocodile eat
Right,
people? You
right.
can go to Florida.
Yeah, really. They've had a spate of those going on lately.
Yeah, go to
Little-
Florida, like
little
near the
old
lake, and
ladies.
just sit back there. Go in your lawn, like prop open a lawn chair, and just be like, "Hey, Granny, go right over there."
It's like, Granny,
Can
watch
you-
where you step. One of the grannies got ate up the other day,
And-
for real.
yeah.
She fell down in the lake, and that was it.
We never
So,
saw her again.
I don't do
It's gonna become a family urban legend.
the Sharknado things are. That's
That's a parody movie.
That is a level of stupid that I just can't even do.
Hence why it's not even on the list.
Right, and it was what was it that we watched about the ginormous
There's multiple Sharknado movies. By
big
the way.
ass spiders? Now that was actually a good
Never watched
movie.
it.
There's one called Pieces. Nope. High Tension. Nope. Critters.
Never watched it.
Critters is interesting. So
It looks interesting, but I never watched it.
they're in the 80s. There were a whole lot of really cool B grade horror movies, but they were still
Basket
good.
Case.
Basket Case is good. One called Rubber. Don't know it. There was the '78 version of Piranha. Day of the Dead. You like those zombie things a lot, don't you?
Dead for Dead.
Yeah, that was '85.
Have I watched that one? I watched Return of the Living Dead, but I don't know if I watched the actual Day of the Dead.
That's
Night of
Ramiro
the Living
again.
Dead.
That's Ramiro again. So, one called The Void. Don't know. The Hills Have Eyes. Oh God, yes. The
Never
Hills
watched
Have
it.
Eyes. The original. I don't know that they remade that one. 1977. It was a Wes Craven. Wes Craven is. Some of these people are just legend.
I never
for
watched it.
horror movies, and it's just awesome. And that has the gentleman who has the very odd eyes. Really odd eyes.
I never watched it.
It's great. It's great.
Never watched Reanimator.
Reanimator is awesome. It is. It's just.
Ooh, Night of the Creeps. Hold up. Wait. Pull that into another tab. Pull that into
This
another tab.
one,
Yeah, I need to.
don't know that I
need to
have
see-
watched that one. If you scream, you're dead. I don't know.
Is that the right one? Is that the right one?
I haven't watched that one. Like I said,
It's been so long.
this is partially a playlist for us also. Let's see if they've got through here. I don't know.
I need like more,
Info on it. Well, we're not
like
gonna
more
play
pictures.
Yeah, we're not gonna play
Wait,
this
there's
right.
99 photos.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and do this. We got other things to talk about. Alligator, no.
Never watched it.
Leprechaun.
Ooh.
Leprechaun. I have heard a lot about it. I think that I watched it at some point.
Fucked.
But there
It's fucked. It's funny.
there are people that now you talk about a fan base. There's
Yeah.
a huge fan base for the Leprechaun movies. Blood Rain.
Never watched it.
No. The Brood. I
Never
have
watched
watched
it.
The Brood before, and yeah, that one's interesting. Friday the 13th part.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
God help.
I've never seen that one.
Humanoids from the Deep. Don't know. Creature from the Black Lagoon.
That's a classic.
1954. Love it.
Yeah.
You gotta, because it was just too cool. Krampus, haven't watched. Stan Helsing, I want to watch that one. That one, I have. Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter is so good. It's a newer movie, but it kicks ass.
I'm trying to think of a cult classic B movie. What was that one that had a vampire in it?
From Planet 9.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Plan 9 from
Outer
Outer Space.
Space.
That's what it was. I actually made it through it
It's
once.
so bad, but it's funny.
I made it through it once, and that was...
Dude wanted to be a filmmaker so bad.
He did.
So bad.
He did. He really,
Someone should have
really
taught
did.
him how to do it.
No, he wouldn't. And that was Ed Wood.
Is that his only movie?
No, he had others. He had others. So, this one I haven't watched, but I do. It intrigues me. It's called Bad Taste.
I have seen the poster for it multiple times. Never watched it.
So, Sword and the Sorcerer, I don't know how this one got in here on horror. I have seen it before. It's been a long time, but...
Never watched it. Never even heard of it.
It was, yeah. The Blob, the original, that's what in there. Some of these other ones, I
think I tried to watch the original
hell?
Blob before, and I couldn't make it through it.
The original Blob is actually pretty cool. It was a different pace than some of these other ones. Something that we found out today, we were talking in the previous cup about this film company. It is called Full Moon.
Yeah, they are the kings and queens of bad horror movies.
Absolutely.
Purposefully bad, though.
Absolutely horrible horror movies.
They're not even B movies. They are D movies. They are F movies. They're that bad.
Those are things
but
like
I
to
love
watch when you're in an altered state of mind.
High off your ass. Drunk as fuck.
We were talking about the Baby Oopsie. And it had the lady that, didn't you say she was a YouTuber or something?
I don't remember where she was on, but originally what? Our screen thing flips every now and we don't know why. She was the lady with the viral video that was like the "Mixcuse me bitch" woman.
Oh, okay.
She's the "Mixcuse me bitch" because it was a whole ass story.
But and
it was funny. If you see Charlene at the McDonald's at whatever address it was, tell her I said hi, because she beat the shit out of her.
I don't know. Anyhow, they have a series.
And she had this wig.
But now
they're funny.
They're about 30 minutes. But yeah, that they're
the movies or is it like a show?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. It's Baby Oopsie Murder Dolls. But the trailer that I had watched on that one, the lady, and she is not a small lady, but she was in a bondage outfit. It was sort of interesting. There's one of kids' favorite,
Evil Bong.
Evil Bong.
That's 888 Infinity High.
Oh, God.
I love the Evil Bong. I love the Evil Bong movies.
But now you can find.
I would actually like a Evil Bong figure.
Of course,
I really would.
Of course, you would. But now we found a bunch of those, and I'm trying to think what it was. They're on Roku.
Corona zombies. Corona zombies.
I can't even,
what?
I can't even. I think it's a channel on Roku that's called Tubi.
My God.
And you can find a lot of, and you know, like I said, some of them's got commercials. It gives you a break.
Yeah.
But Tubi is great. You can find some of these things on YouTube and maybe on some of the other platforms for free. So interesting guilty
shit.
pleasures that you can imbibe in this weekend. If you have to do the Plan 9 from outer space.
This is technically a B movie, but it's not funny. But it's one of my favorite movies. Don't Look in the Basement. The original Don't Look in the Basement.
You have talked about that one quite often, and I think that would go in the
Love
horror genre.
that movie. Love that movie.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. See, I don't see that as being a horror movie. I don't know that it was ever intended.
It is a horror movie. It was supposed to be a horror movie, but it was so bad and so funny.
Toxic Avenger. They didn't even have the Toxic Avenger on here. So, you know, of course this is everybody. In the prom night ones.
Never watched it.
There are all kinds of good stuff, bad good stuff.
Elvira's Haunted Hills.
Yes. Look what you did. Look what you did.
The original Elvira movie, Elvira Mistress of the Dark, that is my favorite. All-time favorite.
Yeah, another one is just Blood Beach was another one that was horrible.
Question, is Death Becomes Her technically a B movie?
No.
Because it's a dark comedy.
It is a dark comedy.
But in like...
They've got Eraserhead. Oh my God!
That
if
is
you
not a B
really,
movie. That is fucked up.
they've got it under horror. I don't know.
Everything is fine.
It is just
in heaven.
some of these people
Freaks.
were on drugs, and somebody gave them.
They were on shrooms.
Camera. I don't know.
They were on shrooms, ketamine.
But there's and actually
They had a bump of coke.
I will put
They
the
boofed that bump of coke.
I will put the link also to whoever's list of 1,000. And there's some really good ones on there, and it's like just suggestions for
Ginger Dead Man.
ways to
Ginger Dead Man versus the Evil Bonk. That's a good movie too.
dolls. Yeah. Did you reach in front of the camera?
I sure as hell did. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
Now see, this one has Elvira, Mistress of the Dark on it.
Yeah.
Heather's is great. That is a
That's not a
very.
horror movie.
I don't think it's. I think it's a dark.
It's a dark comedy.
but it is dark. It really is dark.
They made a musical out of it.
Oh God!
It's a good
Why?
one.
Why?
It's a good musical.
So, anyhow,
Good musical.
enjoy the long weekend. And we placed an order. We're going to have to go after our food. They'll give it to
Yeah.
someone else. So if you've had
That's not a big deal.
experiences with paranormal and supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you would like to share your favorite B horror movies, if it's a C or a D horror movie, go ahead and do that.
If it's an F horror movie.
If it's one of those, oh God, why did they never give
Why
this
the
person
fuck
a
was this
camera
made?
again? Send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Return of the Living Dead. Not the second one.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I love
do your-
Return of the Living Dead.
Do your thing. Do
If
your
you like
thing.
this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good. We're gonna go get our food. Bye.
Grab you some popcorn. Know that you are loved, and we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
Bye.